No one doubts that the animal kingdom is full of wonders and mysteries that human beings have never discovered and may never discover. But certain things can be so improbable that it's hard to believe. Luckily, people sometimes record these moments so that everyone can check with their own eyes. Have you ever seen whales making a bubble trap, a swallowed fish bigger than itself? Let's get to know these bizarre cases and show you how they happen. 10 incredible moments of animals captured by whale cameras. Polar bear versus against colony of Morsures. When a polar bear wakes up from its long winter rest, he is half the weight he was before, and he is very weak and urgently needs to feed. If the first thing he sees is a colony of walruses resting, he will attack without a second thought. This polar bear is charging at the group, causing a few bites to one of the girls, but they manage to escape. And for a moment, we think that the big group will disperse without the bear has managed to eat anything. But one of ours stays a little behind and is bitten. Even trying to escape the mission seems difficult. And when the bone pulls its victim into the water, we know the fight was over. The bear luckily got a good meal before he got too tired. But the death was not so lucky that day. Seal and car. Elephant seals are named, so not just because the male's nose is elongated and looks like a trunk, but because the noise they make can sound a bit like the sound of an elephant. And also for the fact that this mammal is the largest seal species in the world, planet can reach for in length. They live in regions so cold that they rarely interact with humans. And when this encounter occurs, elephant seals may not be friendly. There are several videos in which they threw all their weight on top of cars, making the vehicles almost capsized due to the violent attack. Glad they didn't try to crush the humans. Fishing here on the channel, you have already had the opportunity to see a bear hunting and devouring various animals from small mammals to wolves. But have you ever seen a bear fishing in a waterfall? We are glad that someone has stopped to record this scene, because it is incredible to see the concentration of this bear while he waits for a fish close enough to his mouth. And in addition, he shows the courage and weight needed to stand still in a waterfall without being carried away by the current. This technique, it may seem a little stupid to many people, but apparently it works, and it proves that nature follows the law of least effort. Bubbles. All animals have to adapt to be able to eat. And the humpback, the whale, is not an exception. They have developed a special method to fish. And the most interesting thing is that this strategy will never work if they don't work together. And the whales know that to catch the piranha, that a species of small fish, they get together and create nets of bubbles that trap their prey in a barrier that they can't get past. The most surprising is that it's almost no whales have learned to create bubble nets cooperatively, and Southeast Alaska is the only place on Earth where they do it, at least jointly. At work, you already stopped to think about how beavers build dams. Their main technique is to the trunk, slowly using their ions strengthened incisor teeth, which explains its orange color. But beavers only gnaw halfway through after that. If they choose the ideal angle to cut the wind, it will finish the job and the tree will fall down effortless. When that happens, the whole beaver family works together to take it. The trunk pieces to the chosen location and collect stones to strengthen the base. The most impressive thing is that the dams help to filter billions of liters of water, and this helps to strengthen and nourish the surrounding soil, preventing floods and landslides. Whale. The white whale, also called the beluga, is one of the main attractions of aquariums. After all, it is interactive and shows a lot of curiosity for human beings. So you will probably find a beluga near the glasses. Of course, sometimes they can scream or hit the barrier, scaring the visitors, but in general, they're interested in our presence and even seem to enjoy our attention. The best proof of which is this recording that shows a boy doing tricks for the whale that stands there, watching intently and becomes increasingly impressed with his abilities. Jeremiah 6 turtle hunting in a fish hole. You may have heard that turtles eat fish, but I bet you've never seen that happen. This turtle came out of the water just to chase a fish that for some reason decided to hide in a hole in the sand. Any other animal would have given up and looked for something else to eat. But patience is a gift of turtles, and it stayed there for a long time trying to snatch one of the fish. It's true that she gave up afterward and went back to the water, but this turtle's determination is admirable. Fishing. It is not surprising in the attack. Even some birds follow a strategy very similar to the bear that we have just shown in this video. A cat is standing on the water's edge, waiting for fish to jump out of the water so that she can capture her own. Here we can see that it is taking a long time to do this fishing. But apparently, you need a lot of patience if you want to eat in the animal kingdom. Face down in the snow. People rarely wonder how a lonely animal the size of a dog domestic is able to survive in the wild, especially in the cold seasons, where food is scarce and only the strong survive. Well, one of the secrets of the fox is to bury himself face down in the snow and even acutely observe the scene. But behind that, there is a very intelligent motivation. Many companies to hide in the snow and to get to the food. The fox has to go very deep. He concentrates to try to identify something, and however unlikely that may seem, his search is successful most of the time. Swallowing in the guide. This video and others like it have been running the internet for a long time and caught the attention of a lot of people. After all, it's not every day that we see a fish swallowing is bigger than itself. On the other hand, other people don't believe in this video,
dead animals.
and they are
even
right
though this
because
video
things
technically
aren't
isn't
quite what they
montage,
seem to begin with.
Doesn't
These images
represent
were first
reality. Some
posted
fish
on the
can be
channel.
dangerous, but you
I
don't have to worry
recreated
about
two
the
bizarre
possibility of
scenes
seeing
with
one of
dead
them.
animals. So even though this video technically isn't montage, it doesn't represent reality. Some fish can be dangerous, but you don't have to worry about the possibility of seeing one of them.